What is going on, Lunatic Fringe? Guys, we're about ready to take off. We're up compared to where the dump happened. We're seeing global liquidity flow into the market. It's only a matter of moments, only a matter of time. U.S. market's still a little bit wonky. President Trump keeps making moves that are designed to fix America, but that's not great for crypto. And the situation is very simple. At some point, what's good for crypto and what's good for the USA will align. Currently, they are opposed to one another, but that's not going to stay that way, and it's not for very long. A lot of Trump's reputation is built on the art of the deal, and right now, cryptocurrency, because he's put a lot of effort turning the USA into a cryptocurrency hub. But if there's no price action, there's no investment opportunity, to be a failure, and that's where it comes into play that there's a problem in the market that he's going to have to fix it. He will. Easing is coming a lot faster than we think, and that'll probably kick some. So let's talk about it. Let's break it down. All right, let's start in reverse, by the way. 179 million is what's been burned over the last 7 days. Not a great number, but 2 days ago, 28 million. Yesterday, 32 million. So far today, 33 million. So we're back in the positive when you look at it from that context. Also, based on volume, we've got a little bit of an uptick in volume flow. Should burn another 700 million or so from Binance this month. And the volume on USTC still down. But TC, a lot of communication coming out about that right now. EUTC, repeg white paper proposal to remove stablecoin from USTC. Now, USTC is going to stay listed with Binance. We got that confirmation the other day. But we still have an obvious problem here. And it's going to be important to figure out a solution. And as of right now, our quote-unquote thought leaders, they ain't been thinking anything. So they haven't made anything work. They haven't figured anything out. They haven't done anything at this point. Oh, yeah, we're decentralized. There is no thought leader. Right. Never mind. I just explained to you why. Some of you are not going to like that, but I just explained to you why it hasn't happened. Speaking of why it hasn't happened, we picked up a little volume yesterday on Trobits.com. And we're at 150,000 burned for the day, which was better than the previous day. Not as good as some of the other days. We need a little bit more traffic over here, and that's where you guys come in. Come over here and check this out. I made some recommendations to them. You'll see a lot more interesting articles and information. You'll see information about Floki, Terra Luna Classic. They've prioritized Terra Luna Classic. They should be prioritizing that and Shiba Inu. And you'll start to see a lot more articles coming out about those. Those are very specific. And then the overall and broader market. So a great opportunity right now to get in. Doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to do anything. Just if you're interested in any kind of news whatsoever, Trobits.com is the place. Binance article is up right now talking about price action and what's going on. Data shows that over 175 million LUNC tokens have been burned in the past 7 days since 2022. 40.6 billion. Just a general article here. Nothing really telling or pressing, so I think we'll just shrug that one off. Not a favorable pairing with Bitcoin for the last couple of hours. CoinHall showing about 1,533 in the wallet right now. No real significant changes over here at all. Tritium down 22% on the day. Pepe meme launched over here, 15% up today. Game down 60% on the day. Mint came in with a big 300% increase on the day as well. Terra down 10%. 4 proposals up right now. Stablecoin removal is going to pass with flying colors. I think this compensation thing is going to pass. There's still 28 hours left. We'll see. Obviously, how some of the bigs do it. They're holding out and they're leaving it, so they're sending a message, I guess. I don't know. But signal proposal for USTC system implementation not going to pass. Does not look like it has a shot here. Upgrade to 3.4.3 so far has been all yes, but there's a few votes on there. So you can see right here, LUNC Goblin's the biggest one that's gone out so far, made their post, but everybody else so far, yes. So we'll see. This one, early on looks like it's going to pass. As far as price action goes, now, just to give you clarity, the Asian market, we pumped. The European market, the Arab markets, we pumped. U.S. market has come online and we are dumping because that's what USA does. I keep saying it, and I know a lot of you don't like it, but USA are takers. They're not makers in the market. We joke about and we laugh about Wintermute and how Wintermute is so bad for crypto and how they've just been stealing liquidity out of the market. They are not USA. So just imagine Wintermute, only worse. Okay, every single day. And guys, I'm not kidding you. You can go back and look at, your candles. Go look at your candles every single day when the U.S. markets are online. Kind of disgusting. They're sucking the liquidity out of the market over and over and over again, while the rest of the market is really trying to pump. So, again, Donald Trump, what he's done has not aligned yet. So that's why it's going up. So anyway, let's we'll see what happens. But ultimately, despite some of these downward momentum building candles here, I still feel like we're just at the start of a big rally, Now the big run, in my opinion, unless there's an absolute breakout, just goes up to the top of this range, which, again, this is almost a 3x currently are. So I do think that that's a big move. And by the way, remember, a lot of these meme coins, they're paired with Luna Classic. So in the event that we get a 200% lift on Terra Luna Classic, then we're going to get a 100% lift on every single and utility coin in the LUNC ecosystem. So that's a pretty cool thing, a pretty cool opportunity. As far as the rest of it goes, so to give you an idea of what's really going on in the market, the U.S. investors are basically, I think at this point, pricing, and they've taken their capital out, and every time the market pumps, the U.S. market dumps because they're stealing the money from other countries. It's how we do, Bo. I don't know when this ends. I don't think that it will last very long. However, when I've said that before, the end result of some of these moves have always been just a continued bearish trend. Now, it won't last forever, and it will flip bullish, and the entire market is going to send. Also, when you look at the global liquidity index and the money flow, the money has flowed into the markets. There is a big run getting ready to come. Is it that breakout bull run move? That's the question right now that I don't have an answer to. What I would like to see is more money and more capital flowing back into the market. And we've seen a tremendous amount, but we haven't seen that top end number, okay? Assuming that we're about 60 to 70 days off cycle, which is what we've kind of established. The money started to flow in on January 1st. March 10 is when we hit the bottom of this last dump. That's 70. So, and today is the 27th, so it's been 17 days since that period. I feel like we're in the uptrend again. So global liquidity keeps coming into the market. Again, we could mint a higher low on everything, but a breakout to 4.4 trillion actually based on the money flow, we should be looking at some kind of blow off top here at some point, the beginning of a big altcoin rally. We really should be looking at that happening in very, very short order, okay? It will take the U.S. market stop being a seller, but that is really and legitimately what we're waiting for. Just imagine, if you will, $30 billion went into the market yesterday, $70 billion at one point. We ended up having, I want to say we ended up having a slightly blue day. We had a slightly green day. So that was an indication that, positive momentum, immediately sold back down. Now, again, it takes every day. We need to do that for a few days in a row. I mean, if you just look at the chart and you just look at where we are, you get the sense here, everything we've done over the last 3 days in this pump is getting eaten back up. Now, when I throw up the global liquidity, that's exactly what's happening over here. So we had this move down here, right? We have this move down here, which is this right here. Then we had this move and this correction. So we have this move and this correction. And now we're on this trend right here and this trend right here. And I think we're about to have a nice big rip here, a dump, and then another pump, and then we'll have a little correction again. And then I think we're going to end up going just absolutely nuts. We're going to follow that pattern very, very specifically. Even when we don't see it like right in front of us, it's still following that pattern. So, and by the way, now that I've pointed that out, it's probably going to stop. So that's it. That's the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to give this, we're going to watch this for a few days. We're going to see what happens. U.S. market, skeezy sellers. I mean, that's all I can say. Will they pump the market, or will they continue to extract liquidity and dump the market? Well, it's the USA, so they're gonna do whatever garbage shit USA does. So I don't know. But at some point, it will reverse. And by the way, again, when I say that, we're looking at a dump right now, but we're still up from a few days ago, so expect it to continue happening. It's just not happening at the lightning speed that I would like to see right now to give us that confirmation, that feeling of an altcoin season. I hope that makes sense, because the money will still come into the market, but I'm looking for a blow off, and we're not getting a blow off, and that's what we need, is a big blow off top for a lot of the assets. Create some value, start to move markets, and we're not there yet, but I think we're getting closer and closer and closer, and any one single thing could change the dynamic of this market just like that. So let me know what you think in the comments down below. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right.